I decided to go into law when I was 15 years old. I had seen what my family had been through. My grandfather had been a songwriter and had lost all of the intellectual property rights that he had in those songs over the years because he never had a lawyer to show him how to do that. My grandparents lost their spring that provided water to their house because the state built a giant building nearby and it totally contaminated it and eventually clogged it up. Whenever you see unfairness, injustice, it strikes a chord in your soul that makes you want to do something about that. The biggest thing that our clients are typically facing when they come to us is they've had a major life change. Something has happened in their life that is an upheaval, whether good or bad, and now they need someone to put the foundation back under them. At Aspire Legal Solutions, we do, of course, asset protection planning. We design plans for families and implement those plans for anyone who either lives in Florida or if they own real estate in Florida. We help provide them anonymity, privacy, and asset protection by separating them away from the assets and separating the assets away from each other. We also do estate planning because that fits in with your asset protection planning and that plan. And then we also do business succession planning and business planning.
I've worked with Aspire for probably around 8 years on all of the transactions that I did where we were doing things that were a little bit outside the box. Joe here at Aspire always seemed to think, how can I do it versus it doesn't work that way. Probably the thing that stood out most with working with Aspire is going to be how no matter what I needed, there was always an answer within a reasonable period of time. And I always had access to Joe when it was needed. I never felt like I was out there on my own. I got a lot of education by Joe explaining things to me thoroughly in a way that I could understand.
To help others aspire to a better life, to me, is always to help them think bigger, reach higher, but also reach back. We're always hoping to go farther and farther for ourselves and our families and our friends. But to me, truly aspiring also includes reaching your hand back and helping others come with you and do the same thing.
I met Joe probably 25 years ago, and I like to say I'm his oldest and most loyal client. I've always trusted Joe. He's had my back. He's looked out for my interests. He's taken care of my needs. He takes a personal interest in everything that is important to me. The built-in trust that I have with Joe is phenomenal, and I felt that from our get-go, from our initial contact with him.
If you're worried that you're a target of a lawsuit, come to Aspire Legal Solutions. We will help to make you feel safe again and comfortable knowing that at least your assets are not at stake of being taken for that lawsuit.